up, everyone? It's Jay here. I hope you're having an amazing day so far, and let's jump right into another day trading recap. So this is how the Nasdaq looked today on the day, and right around here was when the market opened up at 6:30 in the morning. So right when the market opened up, we had a push to the top VWAP, ended up getting rejected all the way back down to the bottom VWAP, and right after that came all the way back up to past the top VWAP, past this resistance it just had right here, and ultimately came back down a little, but just did a great job holding and pushed all the way up to just under 13,100 for highs of the day. And ever since then, right around 9:50, 10 o'clock in the morning, it's the Nasdaq has just consistently been selling off. So I just want to show you guys quickly how I did on the day. I was up just over $26 on the day between trading both TQs and SQs, and here are all my fills on the day. I had 14 of them. So today, what could I have done better? What were the mistakes I made that could have allowed me to be a lot more profitable today? I just want to go ahead and stress the importance, like I've been telling you guys, of how important it is to look at the bigger time frames when you're about to start trading the Nasdaq, because it just helps you get a better idea of where the direction can go on the day. And on top of that, it helps you see bigger picture where are potential areas for a resistance or a support to be hit. Because maybe you won't see it on the smaller time frames, but bigger time frames, you'll be able to see maybe the Nasdaq approach this level two times before in the past month and got rejected there both times. So, that could be an indication that it'd probably be smarter if we approach that level to just lock in your profit. So, basically, to walk through my thought process like that with you guys today, this was pre-market heading into the market open at 6:30 in the morning, right around here. And today I definitely saw signs that the Nasdaq did not just want to continue the higher highs and higher lows it's been forming for basically like the past week now. Right around here, right, the lows it had kept getting higher, right? The higher lows and the highs it had were definitely getting higher, forming higher lows, right? And today, how did I see potential for it to stop breaking that pattern and start forming lower highs today? Basically, it had to do with looking at the 5-day, 5-minute, and just paying attention to the fact that today, leading into the pre-market, the market was falling, right? It was trading between the middle VWAP and the bottom VWAP here, making lower lows and lower highs. And what I definitely paid attention to today was the fact that the lows here, leading into the market open, they were lower than the lows that NQ had here yesterday, right? So it basically just made lower lows. And right after that, on top of that, I was paying attention to the other bigger time frames like the 10-day, 30-minute, and the Nasdaq looked like it was overbought and could definitely have a room to start falling, right? Even on the 180-day, it looked like it was maybe going to curl below the EMA line and start falling. So basically, I looked at the 5-day, 5-minute. I saw that lower low than it had here. And once I saw a move start trying to form up and start to go up, I wanted to still go a direction on the day, right? Because it is still giving me signs that it wants to uptrend. But I am being careful for the fact that it did make a lower low here. And because of that, there is a good chance now that it could form a lower high like it ended up doing here, right? Basically right around here. The high it had here was not as high as the high I had here yesterday, right? That's why that could be a good reason why it got rejected there and had this big sell-off. A lot of people saw that coming too. So basically today I started the day off being red, actually like $30 to $40, because I only got to take part in all of this chop since the market opened up. This is the type of stuff you might want to stay away from if you're taking trades. This is what I call chop, is when it's very indecisive. There's a lot of like green candles and red candles right after that. As you can see, had a nice push up, just shot all the way down, shot all the way up, back down, all the way up. It's just shot all the way back down. Very indecisive and very hard to kind of get a good idea of direction, because I got into TQs and tried averaging up on the way up for a break of the top VWAP, and ultimately it just came down, flushed me out, and I started looking to get into SQs now, right? Because it was falling and I was up some money, and here on this play ended up just flushing up and changing direction again, right? And right after I took my first few red trades, I just wanted to do my part in basically not paying attention to the Nasdaq again or taking trades until I thought the direction was more clear, and it could basically, when it broke above the top VWAP and went, or broke below the bottom VWAP and showed signs of wanting to fall. So right after I got stopped out a few times, I was down 30 to 40, and on this play here, when it broke the top VWAP, I actually got into TQs and ended up averaging up pretty quickly. I got in right around here when it was about to break above the top VWAP for this type of move, and when it did break right around here and it broke this resistance it had here, I looked to average up with my full position, and I rode up most of this candle here and I sold. So this ended up allowing me to be green on the day. I made back like $60 off that trade, and I was only up now like basically around $15-20 on the day. And I ended up taking one more SQs trade right after that when the market did start selling off hard. So basically I was looking for a play up and I sold somewhere here, right around 13,000 because of that previous high I was warning you about, the lower high it can make. I'm not sure, right? This was where I sold and it was obviously early, ended up coming up more. But I'm not trying to predict the lower high. I know it can happen and I'm not going to take my chances. So once I had a nice enough push, I sold where I was happy. And it did end up selling off kind of aggressively right around here. So I did take one last play in SQs if I remember correct. Yep, and I ended up selling it for just the same amount of shares for like a $15 profit. So that allowed me to be up on the day like $26 after being down 40 on the day right around. And unfortunately for me, I had to call it because I had to leave my house by 9 o'clock, so I couldn't trade. But this is a perfect example of why it would have been amazing to keep trading after, because once we did get a break above the top VWAP again, right after it came back down, made a higher low and went, it was a good sign it could start pushing up a good amount here because it did confirm this higher low. And even though it did have a nice push up, that was a nice play. It ultimately did end up finding a lower high, like I showed you, right? Like I was looking out for, and it did end up selling off quite a bit. And yeah, just ever since then, it's been selling off on the day. And yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys aware of that. If you're ever trading in something that's very choppy, it's best to just not take any trade, because I kind of find it like it's gambling in a sense. And yeah, if I don't know where direction is going, I'm not comfortable, so I stop trading it after taking a few red trades and only look to trade when direction gets more clear, right? When it has a nice either bullish or bearish direction and there's good enough margin to trade it. So today's a great example of how I started off red, but I kept my best practices into play, and I was very disciplined enough to stop trading, walk away, and I made my money when I thought direction was definitely at a clear, or at least a more clear direction. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. Quick little recap today, and thank you guys all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys all tomorrow. Take care and have a great rest of your day.